Hey guys, Trainboy414 here. I guess you could consider this a response to Airsoft X21, but it's not going to be there. But well, here's my recommendation for drifting. This is just mine. You don't have to listen to mine. Airsoft X21 had some very good points in this video. When you drift, you do want a stiff suspension. Personally, I find that on mine, well, at least on the floors I drive on, I find that the stock springs work really well. And in relation to the lift kit, I don't agree with that. For the fact that when you're drifting, you want as low of a center of gravity as possible. That's why with my cars, I drift only with Evolution series cars. Here's one of them, and then here's my other. Right now I don't have drift wheels on this one, but this one normally has drift wheels on it. But it's my Subaru. That's the one you see in my drift video. I guess we'll start with the Subaru chassis then. I'm running a Stage 2, the heatsink. Stock springs, front and rear. I'm running an NSX clip to lower the body a little bit, but as you can see, I don't have any of the suspension upgrades at all on this. This is basically a stock chassis other than all-wheel drive in Stage 2. I do have a tie rod. If my memory serves me correctly, this is a 3 degree, which I agree completely with Airsoft X21. 3 degree is probably your best. But if you want a little bit smoother drifts for like big wide open ones, I'd go with the 1.5. And if you want to go with really tight drifts around like small objects, go with 4.5. That's what I have on this car, at least. You can drift with the stock one. That's what I started out drifting with. I haven't drifted with in a while, but I should be, when I get my new car I'm building as my project car, that's going to have that one on it probably. I'm not positive on that yet. But I also recommend alloy lug nuts. Definitely a great help. Alloy lug nuts are your best friend when it comes to Xmods. Because having your lug nuts fall off while drifting, it's not fun. Have fun finding that wheel. But on my 350Z, I run Radio Shack drift rims. I find them perfect. It's up to you what you use. But on this one, I actually made custom deep dish rear wheels. As you can see, there's a nice little lip in there. I made that by actually taking the rim off the tire, and then I cut the back off the rim, and I put the rim in first, and then that little lip I cut off into the front of that. Sand it down, and I still need to paint them, but they're going to be silver when they're finished. This one also has Stage 2 heatsink. Mine, horrible soldering. This was done a while ago. I need to redo it. Like, this was I think this was my first Evolution series car, actually. I am not running bearings, but that would be a major improvement over what I'm running. So they're highly recommended. I try to make my cars as light as possible for drifting, but it's up to you. For mine, I take off the upper cover because I find that useless. I take off the back. As you can see, this is also race chassis, so that's why it still has this for endurance. This one, they both have all-wheel drive. That's your #1 key to drifting. You need all-wheel drive, Stage 2, and drift rims. That's the bare necessities of drifting. I've been running Cat 5 on this one because I lost the other one. And because I find Cat 5's work better. But, back to drifting. If you want to improve your steering response, this car doesn't have it, but you can replace the steering motor with a Mini Z steering motor. Makes a huge improvement in the way your car handles. It makes your steering much quicker than stock. It also makes it more precise, but you do get more jitters with the front with it. It'll make the wheels turn a little bit more. And in case you're wondering, with the deep dish rims, it does affect drifting just a tad bit. but it doesn't make a huge difference. If you go from deep dish to stock, it's a noticeable difference, but not anything huge. Oh yeah, and in response to what Airsoft X21 said, I am running an unlocked differential. Because I find that unlocked differentials, at least in the front, if you're going to run a lock differential, run it in the rear. Because a lock differential in the front, personally, what I find, is it allows you to get too much traction in the front, and it wants to act like a front-wheel drive car and pull it along, and you can't get smooth drifts. I find if you're going to run it, run a lock diff, run it in the rear. You can run it in the front and rear, but I find it better to run it in just the rear, if you run one. But personally, I don't run either, so neither of my cars have it. I think that's basically it. I'll also have a video teaching you how to drift, which will be up in probably the next week or so. I can't guarantee that, but possibly this weekend, depending on a lot of things. But if I do make a video, it'll be about drifting, most likely. I'm also working on a new drift video with Speedy881, SP33DY881. Go check him out. He's a friend of mine. Go add him as a friend. Go join his channel. Right now he only has 2 videos, but they're pretty good videos. Well, I guess I'll talk to you later. See ya.